What's going on, everybody? Welcome to this new show and this new channel. It's called Coach Everything Network. And today's show is a show based on a television show that just ended. And like I said, on this channel here, we will be talking about sports, all type of TV shows, movies, everything. That's why I call it Everything Network. So if it's trending, if it's a hot subject, I'm going to talk about it on this show. Like I said, some of these shows will be pre-recorded, but eventually, once we start building the community up or the channel up, we're going to do more live to get more interaction from everybody in the chat, everybody who's out there for us. All right. But anyway, like I said, today's series is based on what's that? The Chi, which ended its series after several years. And we're going to just talk about it, man. So, like I said, this is one of the biggest television moments of the year. This season finale was. It showed a lot, had some twists and turns in between here, but it ended kind of the way I liked it to end. So it wasn't no, I guess you can call it wasn't too many sad moments. Well, I can't say that. There was some twists and turns, though. Let's get started, man. Anyway, for years, man, this show has given us unforgivable character emotions, moments, heartbreaking losses, shocking betrayals, and stories that reflected both struggle and strength of the life of people in Southside Chicago. Whether you watch from season 1 or join later, one thing is certain: The Chi was more than just another TV drama. It became a conversation. It became a cultural turning point, but it became a cultural show to watch. All right. It became the show that made people care. Now that it's over, did it deliver? Did the writers finish strong? Which characters was receive a satisfying ending? Who deserved more to be seen at the end as a character? And one question you guys can answer among yourself, or you can leave in the comments. How did this show rank among modern dramas series that has ended and everything? Okay, we're gonna break it all down today. But before we get started, if you haven't subscribed, which a lot of you guys haven't, please subscribe to Coach Everything Network as well as Coach Unchained. And if you do that, man, please hit that like button, share this video out to help this channel grow so I can keep bringing you a lot more. But let's get started in the show, man. This drama here, all right? I say, this show here became a pop culture because it survived long enough to become a culture. It involved the characters that came and went, families changed, neighborhoods changed, friendship was tested, people grew. One of the show's greatest strengths was showing that every character was flawed because they all have problems from here into there. Everybody made mistakes. Everyone had consequences. That made the series feel authentic. Like I said, the writers weren't trying to create heroes. They created people trying to survive, trying to love, trying to protect family, trying to find a purpose. And I think that's why a lot of viewers stayed. So, like I said, it was a good show. But like I said, without breaking down everything, without focusing on one shocking twist, the ending leaned heavily into the emotional relationships and the idea that life continues even after the camera start rolling. That someone, I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Because some shows just leave you out there and wondering. This show didn't do this. Like I said, not every show has fireworks. Sometimes the biggest victory is simply finding peace. Throughout the episode, we saw characters forced to face the result of the decision that they made throughout the series. Some found redemption, others leaned heavy on just being themselves. Like I said, others learned difficult lessons. Some found happiness after years of struggle. The finale wasn't perfect. It was about growth. That what made people feel grounded. Like I said, every television series has characters who involve. Some of the most compelling journeys in the show involve people who learned from their mistakes and gradually became stronger leaders, better parents, better partners, and more responsible members of their community. The transformations aren't what kept the fans emotionally invested after season after season. It was just the characters, man. The characters. Think about the characters who priorities changed over time. Some who once acted selfishly began putting family first. Others who struggled with responsibility eventually stepped up when it mattered most. That kind of growth is what gives a long-running series lasting impact. It was also what fueled debates among fans who were truly in the best art from beginning to the end. Like I said, I stayed from the whole time, man. The show was that good. The show represented family, friendship, loss, violence, forgiveness, community, identity, love, faith, and second chances. The neighborhood itself almost became another character. It was simply a backdrop to the show. It shaped everyone's story. Despite the challenges portrayed throughout the series, there was always an underlying belief that tomorrow could be better. The message resonated so many viewers that it became like you had to watch and see what was going to happen. Like I said, the show was based on being in Chicago, man. It had its moment. Like I say, what could have been better about this show? There was no series finale satisfied everybody. Everybody ain't gonna be satisfied. No fans wanted more closure. Some fans did. Others hoped for a bigger surprise. Some storylines wrapped up nicely. Other felt open ended, and that's the challenge of ending a show that lasted for years. Everyone has a different vision of a perfect ending. That doesn't necessarily mean a finale failed, which this one did. It was a show that kept everybody upbeat, and you wanted more. There was a time you thought it was going to end it, but they kept renewing the show, and it got better, 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 better. Because there was a lot of heartbreak, and it showed, I guess, a real portion of life of how things were in Chicago. You seen people getting killed, out of greed and out of jealousy and out of revenge. So you've seen all that. So, but viewers don't want the story. Don't want the story to end. Almost any ending can feel bittersweet, which this one kind of did, but it had some good moments in the show, though. All right, but the legacy of this show is years from now, people won't just remember one episode. They remember the entire journey. They remember conversations sparked by the series. They remember the performances. They remember the emotional moments. Most importantly, they remember the people. That's what separates a good television show from great television. Great shows leave behind memories. They create discussion that continues long after the final credit rolls. Whether you love every season or only part of the series, there's no denying that Chicago carved out a lasting place in modern television. Like I said, where does it rank? I'm just curious from you guys. Is it top 5, top 10, top 20? Not in my top 20 at all. I'm not giving you a ranking because I watched a lot of television, but the show was good. All right. So as we wrap up today's show, man, here's my biggest takeaway from the show. The show reminded us that every decision matters. Families matter, friendship matters, community matters, growth matters. Life isn't always about getting the ending you imagine. Sometimes it becomes a better person throughout everything they experience. I mean, I got this stuff right now, so you guys bear with me. I'm just trying to read it because I can't remember all this stuff at one time. But yeah, like I said, becoming a better person throughout everything you experience. That's just life. If you do things right, you can become a better person. But the lesson that extends far beyond television. Now I want to hear from all of you. What grade did you give this series finale? Who's your favorite character from the entire run? What season was your favorite season? And if you could rewrite one part of the ending, what would it be? Drop your thoughts in the comment because I want to be a real person to talk to you. I want the conversation. But if you enjoyed today's episode, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to Coach Unchained, and share this video with every shop fan you know. Like I said, until next time, man. Like I said, this was a short thing. I'm just going to talk about it. Like I said, this is my first one on doing something like this. This is not sports where I'm more comfortable with. This is more like television stuff. So I will get better. Like I say, I'm Coach Unchained, man. Stay blessed, stay informed, and always keep your mind unchained. All right? So until the next time, man, hope you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, it's going to be a little crazy here, but I hope you guys enjoyed this show, man. So like I said, hit that subscribe button, like this video, share it out, as well as be real, all right? So till next time, have a great night. Peace.